Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we are on site doing a somewhat of a review or more of a overview so you guys can make the decision on what ghillie suit you actually think looks the best. Now, there are three different types of ghillie suits that have come out for the 1/12 scale that I can actually think of. That is Gridiron, Valaverse, and Hasbro, and I have all three of them. We're going to take a look at them. You can see here, I got this nice hill. I think it's going to do wonders for trying to take shots, do some video, and see which one looks the best. And I'll let you guys decide. So quickly, we're going to take a look at them. And now I'm not using any of the weapons from Hasbro, Valaverse, or Gridiron. Most of these are Top Fun, and then I think I have one of a Revoltech. It's a big giant sniper, and we'll see. So the first one we have is the one I have affectionately called the Swiffer, and that's because it looks like a Swiffer. It does have the blowback in here with the camouflage. As you can see, I have a Top Fun gun. So we're going to see how this looks, and quickly looking at it, it pretty much matches right away, but we'll see how it looks when we actually get it in there, and if you can see where it's at. The next is the Christmas tree. So this, unfortunately, without making any cuts, and I haven't made any cuts, you really can't fit this on a male figure. At least I haven't been able to. So it has the female sniper, the Marine sniper, another Top Fun weapon on her right now, but this one, it is enclosed, as you can see. This one just kind of folds right over. I really should have shown you off the whole thing. I guess I have to go back to the Valaverse one in a second. So this one goes right over. You really do need to make some cuts, yet I haven't, so it can move a little freer. But a lot of people say Tina Turner. It kind of looks like a Christmas tree. It could be a few different things, I guess. And then we have our Gridiron one. Kind of looks like the Williams sisters dreadlocks here. I got it here with the halo jumper because he's all camouflage, including his face. I thought it actually looked pretty good there. Gridiron, in my opinion, has the most texture on it. It has what is more or less green ropes. It's really hard to kind of fix here because it's so tight. But then you have what looks more or less like real foliage, which I think really works. But we're going to see how this looks. Again, it's blowing in the wind. You can pop off the hands, and then you can fit the ghillie suit. As you can see, it is a tight fit. It does have one of its backpacks, so it kind of pegs right into the back. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad on this. Hopefully the sound cancellation works. So quickly going back to this guy. This one here, you kind of strap it over. It has elastic straps, goes around. You can't have any of the, I hate when you lose your train of thought. You can't have any of the plate carriers on. They all have to come off, but it wraps around his arms, wraps around here, but the front is completely exposed. There's no way to really hide it. So, but we're going to get into this. Let's take a look at it. Then you guys can decide which is the best. There have been people that are not happy when you make jokes or make comments about it. But the truth is, I don't know if you can make a proper, great 1/12 scale ghillie suit for these action figures unless you're doing a homemade one. Not to mass produce it. I think it's going to be difficult, but we can kind of decide if any of them came close. Maybe they all came close. Maybe some are just way off. But anyway, let's get up here. It seems like the 2 times I've come here to take pictures or to race the Vamp and the Stinger, it's been cold and windy, and today is no different. Okay, so all 3 figures are up here. I have it in 4K, so we're going to see as I kind of expand it in here, if you can see where any of these figures are. I'm not going to lie, I'm hoping I don't lose any. I did pretty much point out exactly where they are. So we're going to kind of move around here. I'll let you look and see if you can spot where any of them are. Now I know where not to step, but the question is, can I find any of them? All right, so I'm kind of going through here. You tell me if you spot where any of them are and which ones you might think is the best so far here. All right. All right, so now we'll move down here and we'll kind of zoom in on exactly where each one is if I don't fall. So as we zoom out, there's your Valaverse. He actually fits in the color. The texture is different, but the color right now fits perfect. There is your Gridiron. You can even see with the sniper popping out. And then if I move over here, I can see where she's at. There is your Hasbro one. Trying to not shake too much. But again, I think they all hide pretty well, at least in this type of environment. Now let's kind of move up a little bit more there and see about something a little bit more coverage. Okay, so now I got these figures up on this hill here, and they're all hidden. And essentially, two of them are in the same position for the most part, but this is higher grass. It's going to be a little bit harder to find them, even if they didn't have the ghillie suits on. But we have it once again in 4K, and we're going to see how well we can do so. You can see as I'm moving up this hill here, it is a very steep hill. Not for the faint at heart, I guess you could say. So I'm going to kind of focus in on the whereabouts that they are, and I'll just see if you can see exactly where they were hidden at, or shall I say stored. Because, again, the whole point is that you're not supposed to be able to find out where these figures actually were. So here we are. There is the Gridiron. Again, it fits in pretty well. It is just all kinds of foliage all over that and crap. There you have your Valaverse Action Force, as it fits in pretty well. And then the next one is going to be the Marine Sniper. Now, the Marine Sniper is the only one that I have in an upright position, but the grass is so tall that it is almost impossible to tell. But as you can see, I think most of them, I think all three of them look pretty good. I don't have too many issues with them, and you could easily lose them without noticing. All right, so here, this is a spot where you're going to be able to see all of them, but I wanted you all to see exactly how they look just on grass. So the three are just kind of coming down the mountain. Again, it wouldn't be that hard to really spot them, although you can kind of see the way they blend up. So let's walk up to these just a little bit better, and you can quickly see exactly which one is which. At least I think that you can. All right, so here I am kind of just focused there on the Gridiron. Right there in the front. And again, I think that one really works well. Here we have the Marine Sniper coming around the back. But this is something that actually kind of feels like right out of a military movie. Like, here you have three snipers, all in their ghillie suits, and they're just kind of walking down this mountain after they've already completed their mission, just waiting for the helo to drop in and get them. I would say it's a dragonfly, but let's be honest, it'd be more like a tomahawk. But I think they all work. I love the wind as it's blowing here. You can actually get a feel for which one has the most, the actual soft goods, which ones are going to move and feel more authentic. But here you go. If it's something that you wanted to see, I gave it to you. All right, so here is my Red Dawn shot. Tell me this does not look exactly like a scene from the, I think, 84 movie Red Dawn. But I wanted to put them in this position here. And I know someone is probably going to say, well, that's not fair. You can see it's the beginning of November. The grass is dying. And you put this very bright Valaverse ghillie suit in this brush. And that's because I wanted to give everyone a look of different environments and what you're going to have. And so you have your Hasbro, your GI Joe, the Valaverse, and then you look at this Gridiron. And the Gridiron, to me, so far, when I'm looking at all three, looks the best. And I say that because it mixes in with this dead brush, but at the same time, there's a lot of green that's still going on. So the Valaverse one could easily just be some sort of bush that was there that doesn't die, some sort of shrub. Uh, the G.I. Joe, again, the Christmas tree look kind of works because, as we know, pine trees don't really brown, or they don't have needles that fall off unless they're dying. So I wanted to get this look. I think it's the best look of them all here. So all right, so there you have it. That is all three ghillie suits with different figures. They used the Valaverse, two Hasbro GI Joes, so you guys can decide. I mean, I actually don't think I don't think any of them look that bad when they're actually in the environment. When they're out of the environment, it just doesn't work. Up here, these two little yahoos, that little skinny one, that's my son. He just happens to be here doing his own filming. So anyway, they didn't even recognize my car as I was sitting in my car letting this thing charge. So anyway, I don't know if anyone else has done this type of comparison with all three of them, but I felt it's something that needed to be done. I know a lot of people are really upset. I have no idea what the hell they're doing up there. It is really odd to watch. But again, you make your decision. Go with what you think is best, not with whoever you root for or feel you have some allegiance to. Just have some fun with your toys. And don't lose them, because it would be very easy to walk away, and next thing you realize, you don't know where the hell they're at. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna get out of here. Before I leave, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a ghillie suit up here, and down here, just gonna leave a playlist. Let's say of all the classified, because I've done so many. Take care.